Good day everyone! Are you feeling alright? Well, welcome to my new vlog of the preliminary reflections. First, an introduction to Philippine historiography, sources and discourses. Historians study the past to better understand the present. They conduct historical research in order to create a meaningful and well-organized reconstruction of the past. Modern historical writing entails document examination and application of research methods from related fields such as archaeology and geography. There are numerous sources of history, including documentary sources or documents, archaeological records, and oral and video accounts, books, newspapers, magazines, journals, architectural perspectives, paintings, ads, and pictures comprise the majority of our historical materials. Topic 2. History of the Philippine Islands. The people of Luzon live in bands and hordes through the mountains and rugged country, shifting from one location to another depending on the season. They are barbarians with little capacity to kill and attack other natives. On the Greek islands of Corfu and Salamis, there were no fixed rites of worship, but each person possessed and made his house his own anitus. He had no priest or religious attend or to religious matters, only experienced witches and sorcerers known as Catalonas. They thought that in the future, people who have been brave and accomplished great things would be rewarded, while those who have done evil would be punished. They never sacrificed human lives as other kingdoms do. Topic 3. The Manonggol Jar. The Manonggol Jar is a secondary burial jar discovered in Tabon Caves in Lipon Point, Palawan, from a Neolithic burial site. It is a national treasure and one of the finest Philippine pre-colonial works of art. It tells us how important the waters were to our forefathers. Prior to the internet, the seas and the rivers served as their primary means of information and communication. Our ships were seen as great technological breakthroughs by our neighbors who respected us in commerce. The Manonggol Jar is a symbol of our shared heritage with our Austronesian-speaking forefathers, as well as the icon of the Philippines. Traces of their cultural and beliefs can still be found throughout the country and among the Philippine ethno-linguistic groups. Topic 4. The Laguna Copper Plate. The Laguna Copper Plate inscription inscribed in the Shaka year 822 is a governmental record, namely an acquittance. As a result of the 600-year-old Laguna Copper Plate find, the beginning of the Filipino history has been moved back. Aside from the date, the inscription contained details about the country's culture and population before the colonization. As a result, the inscription is regarded as a national treasure because it exemplifies pre-Hispanic literacy and culture. It is currently displayed in the National Museum of the Anthropology in Manila. It is the earliest indication of mathematics used in pre-colonial Philippine societies. Number 5. Duties of the Katipunan of the Sons of the People, or KKK. It discusses the Decalogue of KKK and duties of the Sons of the People. I realized the importance of having Decalogue to one's life. It helps us to be reminded about something and guide us for our daily basis. And the number 8 Decalogue marked in my mind, which is share whatever you can with whoever is needy. That also remind me as a student that I should help my co-students in every time they ask my help. And that will help me create a strong relationship with other people. And its societal benefit is that people will not be selfish and it will make the society more meaningful to live in. Prehistoric period. The pre-16th century Philippines discussed archaeological and historical studies on specific Philippine issues. It discusses the new Homo species discovered in the late Pleistocene. It amazes me since, according to everything I've read this century, the floor stone has artifact assemblages indicating that a hominin of unknown affinities arrived on the island more than 800k years ago. Furthermore, the Calao cave finds some fundamental concerns about the cultural conduct of the Philippine archipelago's early settlers. Under Pleistocene Homo sapiens from Tabon Cave, examined by the Robert Fox at the National Museum of the Philippines in the 1960s. For example, the prominent morphology of the frontal supraorbital complex bone, which combines projecting glabella and supralapsary arches with rather thin and clearly separated lateral trigones. Next, 16th to 18th century. 10 excerpts from Spanish records depict Filipino daily life and culture during the Spanish colonial period. The works mostly address Filipino conversion to Christianity and contact state missionaries. Readings 8 and 9 are tales of three rebellions, beginning with the Datos of Tondo and ending with the rebellions in the Visayas. The Tagalog customs, Juan de Placento was a Franciscan priest to serve in the Philippines from 1578 to roughly 1590. He is credited with founding many towns in Luzon utilizing the reduction method. His ethnography of the Filipinos spans the time of close contact with the Spaniards. Next, the 19th century. Those and other related events aided in the establishment of reformist and revolutionary organizations that were critical in limiting Spanish domination of the island. Tomas de Comen, the Royal Philippine Company's general manager at that time, wrote the State of the Philippines in 1810. Comen had at least three main goals in producing this text: to evaluate current issues and draw public attentions to them. La Solidaridad's goals are stated as collecting, gathering libertarian ideals. We will discuss on all issues of national importance and seek solutions to high-level and democratic matter. We will pay special attention to the Philippines because it requires the most assistance in the defense of their democratic rights. But last but not the least, 1896 Philippine Revolution. Under the leadership of Andres Bonifacio, the Katipunan led the revolt against Spain in 1896, the purpose of attaining independence. On July 7, 1892, the Kataas-Taasang Kagalang-Galangang Katipunan or KKK was formally established. Ambrosio Rianzares Bautista was a distant relative of Jose Rizal and an advisor to General Emilio Aguinaldo. On June 12, 1898, he read the Declaration of Independence to a gathering gathered in Kawit Cavite. Artemio Ricarte, often known as Vivora, was a high-ranking Katipunan general during the 1896 Philippine Revolution. The Declaration of Ricarte is an important document that provides a glimpse into the politics of the revolution.